All right, Collective, I've got your extended look coming up here in just a second. If you're here from any one of my other platforms, welcome over. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Cody. I'm your Conscious Soul Reader. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate each and every single one of you for being curious and interested in this emotional journey we are about to take. If you are already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for your continued love and support. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell if you haven't already. This will alert you every time I post content or go live. If you need to book a personal, everything's in the link tree in the description box of this video. That'll take you to my website where you can book there, or you can also look at mentorships if you're interested or curious about those. Going all the way to the bottom of that link tree will show you all of the other platforms where I'm posting content and going live. Make sure you give me a follow if you recognize any of those. If you haven't seen that mini reading, you're going to want to check that out to get to the point to where we are now to see why these cards are on the table. We're going to jump in for clarification. I want to go ahead and take a look at the moon in reverse and the Five of Cups. Them old ways. This inability to truly face these very difficult emotions, maybe avoiding confrontation altogether. It's just an old pattern that you can't seem to find your way out of. You got the World card. Yeah. So the world is cycles, patterns, closing of these cycles. The Four of Swords is you knowing it's there. You can see the pattern. Some of you are old enough to have felt this repetition go on for quite some time. You know it's there. You know, but this is avoidance. When the moon reverses, you're feeling trapped in these old emotional patterns, and they keep arising, and they're going to keep arising. They're going to keep happening until you pay attention to it, until you give it the attention it's asking for you to forgive. These moments are not going to stop happening. It's going to change bodies. It's going to change faces. It's going to change environments. It's going to change timelines, but the situation will always be there where you are being triggered by something from the past that you are refusing to face and close out and deal with honestly. Seven of Swords. Let's look at the Seven of Swords. I was deeply curious about this one because you may be being lied to. You may be being lied to. Some of you may have gotten some information from somebody that you think you can trust. They may have self-serving purposes here. Five of Cups. Nine of Swords. I don't think you can trust this. You can't trust this. You're in your own head. You're too emotionally connected to this. And your information, your downloads that you're receiving, they're all over the place. I have a feeling that your emotional egoic self is wrestling with your higher self, and they're not seeing eye to eye. This is you completely unable to see this for what it is. Tell me about the High Priestess. Nine of Wands. This is a very guarded energy about somebody continually wanting to receive from you. So this High Priestess, this person, this false prophet may be taking advantage of you, honestly. For others of you, if that is not the case, if you are not seeking counsel and you are not seeking guidance, your higher self is trying to give you the support you need, but you are so battle raw. You are so sensitive in this that you are unable to hear the messages clearly. You're clouding these messages with your anxieties, with your fears, with these lies that you continue to tell yourself in order for you to feel emotionally protected. These came out together. Tell me about the King of Pentacles with this Eight of Cups. Tell me about this pairing here. So these all came out and just flipped on over. The Hermit, the Star, the Queen of Swords reversed. So this is you completely isolating yourself, losing hope in the situation and feeling like you cannot approach them anyway. You have pretty much told yourself this, that there is no approaching this situation, you need to isolate, and this is you losing hope, losing all faith in this, that there's any way forward whatsoever. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. It's a lot. Many of you are just getting a plan together. The Nine of Swords out here a couple of times has you really in your head about this. Okay. Some of you feel like there's an opportunity here for you to figure a way forward, but you have tied yourself to this. You have tied yourself to the anxiety. You have tied yourself to these fears. You have completely dug your heels in, and you are committed, no matter how your intuition is telling you otherwise, no matter how the situations and the repeat patterns are so blaringly obvious. You have completely dug your heels in, and you're dead set. You're dead set on implementing a new plan. This is this doubling down. I think you are doubling down here on feeling completely lost in this. Many of you are creating more of this toxic, fearful, anxious feelings. You're stuck in this repetitive cycle because of how you're thinking and feeling. You're looking at this as if this is the way in which you are needing to rebuild from here. You're focusing on the negative and rebuilding from the negative instead of focusing on what the plan should be in order to focus on the healing, to truly come back into union here, to fix the problem. King of Pentacles, King of Cups, Eight of Cups. King of Pentacles, King of Cups, Eight of Cups. Tell me if my messages are not accurate and true. Tell me they're not. Eight of Swords, Two of Wands. So in your head, you cannot even see straight. You don't know if you can trust yourself. Seven of Cups. You don't even know what is going on here, and you're refusing to get clarity on the situation. So you continue to avoid. Some of you are running away from this, and this is just what you've told yourself. You've just dug your heels in, and that's it. Throwing away an opportunity for growth and evolution. Completely throwing it away. Tell me about the King of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Healing. Healing trauma. You could. You could. If you would. There's the King of Wands, Page of Wands. It would sure change all the energy in the world. I think the way the energy has been manifesting though so far is that everybody is just working diligently to try to figure out how to move past this, to try to separate themselves from the feelings and do many other things that have nothing to do with healing. I feel like a lot of you are blocking yourself from this opportunity for growth and evolution, which I get it. I get it. The thought and the idea of what that's going to look like and what it's going to take from you and the kind of energy that's involved. I've got the Six of Cups, Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Emperor, Strength, Two of Wands, Two of Cups. There's a journey towards healing here, should you choose to accept it, but that's something that you have to agree to between you, your higher self, and those you choose to work with, to go on this emotional commitment with, to do this deep dive so that once and for all you can move forward in peace and feel totally secure and solid, at peace within your soul. This would rapidly elevate you to feeling way more solid, way more capable. We've got the Empress taming the beast. We've got the Emperor pairing up here. We've got a Two of Wands and a Two of Cups. The Hanged Man, different perspectives. The sacrifice of the work. We have love, we have lessons, we have mercy, we have forgiveness, we have awakening. We have solid foundations in which to build upon. But there is this tying tether to this cold veneer of using your head and not your intuitive self, not your connected spiritual self, using your logic, and your logic is off base. The Eight of Swords. It's really off base here. It really is. Your logic is forcing you to ignore the lesson and really have this great opportunity to evolve and prove to yourself and prove to your past that it has no ownership over you. It has no ownership over your mind, your behavioral patterns, your thinking, the way in which your future is shaped. Your past has no say on that unless you give it power. And I think here, this is where you've kind of dug your heels in. All right, let's clean this up and get some outcome and advice. Okay, outcome and advice coming up. We'll use the After Tarot for the outcome. Eight of Cups again. Too difficult to face those emotions. What's the outcome, please? Ten of Pentacles. What's the outcome? Queen of Pentacles. Lovers. Three of Cups. Queen of Cups. Hierophant. We have a third queen out here. This could be divine feminine coming together to show support for a lesson that can be delivered here, for there to be this understanding should the message be received. Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords, should the message be received. Third time the Eight of Swords is coming out here, but there's a block. For some of you, this could be the person who is negating the whole thing and feeding you the confusion and the disillusion here with the Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. There's a lot of support for union here. Three of Cups and the Lover's card and the Hierophant. There's a lot of support here. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is an energy of healing through these divine messages, through these divine lessons. These are spiritual lessons, should you choose to accept it. But what's this? Yeah, should you choose to accept it. It's work, though. It's work. You would have to completely dive all the way in here, and a lot of you are unable to face that. The Five of Swords is about walking away from some sort of a conflict, or being very, very conflicted with the thought of doing this type of work here. Okay. Let's get some advice. Use the before. Some advice, please. King of Swords. I have a feeling it's going to get all kings. And okay. So this past stuff, I feel like there's something here that's not quite going away. There needs to be an apology, first and foremost, for the way that there has been a message that has been portrayed, or the way that you have conducted yourself, or the way in which you have said things. We've got the Fool card, Strength card, Death card back here. So there is somebody having a lot of courage and a lot of bravery to take a blind leap of faith. We've got the Death card. Death card is either ending these old cycles to have new beginnings, or ending this entire situation so that you can dive deep into your healing journey. I still see that it's not going to go away. There's a major opportunity here. We've got the Ace of Wands, the Five of Wands. I've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, Five of Cups. This is a brand new opportunity for big change to happen here, but it's going to take some serious work. But it's not like it's the rest of your life. This is not something that is going to hurt you or, you know, take you out. This is something that is pushing you to get balanced so that you can stop having these moments recur and give you such destructive, life-altering, life-changing, cataclysmic situations that you are finding yourself needing to once again bounce back from. Okay, let's get some oracle. Okay, so let's look at heartbroken. Just sitting in it, focusing on it, tying yourself to it, carrying it around with you forever. It's your separation, lightning, sunglasses, abundance, coffee cup, mask, not today, the Phoenix. So I see here that a lot of you have been shoved and pushed into separation from a person, situation, your circumstance, whatever. You've isolated yourself here and you're tying yourself to this emotion. You're sitting in this emotion. I've got there being this spontaneous flash of a want for change. This is by you looking at things. This is a perception about you focusing outward and finally seeing something for what it is. I've got abundance here about shifting your mindset to get exactly what you do want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Start focusing on what you do want. We've got the coffee cup, the mask, not today, and the Phoenix. So there could be potential for a conversation that could be very revealing, where you are having to face this honestly and take true accountability for these feelings and not being able to run from them anymore, to actually face them head on so that you can have this evolutionary moment. With the Phoenix coming in, this is rising from the ashes of that scorched tower to prove to yourself, to prove to your past, to prove to everyone who's ever hurt you, that gave you that reason to run and hide and dismiss your trauma, and to try to make yourself feel better through aversions and through trying to avoid facing them. This is you using that to transmute yourself into this fantastical, mystical, capable, magical being that is so much more powerful than you ever thought you could be. I've got photograph here. This is nostalgia. This is making new memories. Also, this is about you looking at the past and realizing that your past does not define you. It is merely an experience that was meant to teach you and to push you to be a better version of yourself in the moment, not to shape your entire existence, but to shape who you are through the content and the character of your heart and soul, not through those who you have dealt with that have trained you to protect yourself from those people, but to be more self-aware so that you can protect yourself from those kinds of people in the future. Authentically, not your emotional triggers that you're seeing mirrored in people, but truly looking at the triggers and the traumas from where they came from and working it from that point forward. Okay, you have to go back to the original point of that feeling, not the current situation. The current situation is not the problem. There will continue to be a current situation that you're going to be running from. You have to face it here. You've got to look at it head on. Okay, collective. Let me get blank slate. No. Let's get a wisdom. Just one. We're going to close this with a wisdom card. We need some education here. We need some intelligence. Let's look at this intelligently, not emotionally. Regeneration. This is practically the death card. Number 46. Letting things burn down so that you can rebuild from here. This is literally the Phoenix energy showing up. Imagine how much more peaceful your future could be if you truly allow yourself to regenerate past this pain, regenerate yourself past these emotional ties to your old traumas and your old ways of coping. Let's look at number 46. So, regeneration. Endings come in many forms, and now is the time to stop holding on to what must die so that something better can take its place. Nature's cycles include disease, decay, death, and regeneration. Let whatever isn't working in your life die. Don't be afraid to face the facts. There's no need to struggle or grieve. Whatever your query, let it go. You're about to be reborn. Illusions and wishful thinking rooted in sense of lack have entered your life. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release any fear, then envision anew. Perhaps you're anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections, so be aware of this catastrophizing. No matter what, illusions and awfulizing are a misuse of imagination. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded. Stay real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. It would pull this card with those words in Mercury retrograde, making me stumble through them. This is my favorite card in the deck. Number 23 is peace. So much so that there is a natural crease in this book right here. It's my favorite. This is my favorite card. Now is the time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself and don't look to the outer world to prove certainty. This too shall pass, and once again, your life will be filled with beautiful music. So this is freedom from attachment and radical acceptance. Again about tying yourself to trauma and old fears and old ways of coping. You are the architect of your universe. Continuing to run from the creation in which you have involved yourself in is only doing yourself a disservice. You're wearing yourself out. This is energetic waste. Hope that helps, collective. If you need to book a personal, everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box of this video, taking you to my website, where you'll also notice I'm booking mentorships if you're interested. All the way at the bottom, I'll show you all the other platforms where I'm going live, posting content all the time. Make sure you're following me if you recognize any of those. When I am live, it is your chance to ask me questions for a deeply discounted rate on my personal readings. If you don't want to do it public, everything's booked through the website. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. As always, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell if you like the vibe, and I thank you. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of your day.